These are the things, guys. These are the things that Ruben Amorim and Ineos have got to endure as they try to get Manchester United great again. Casemiro has said that he doesn't want to leave Manchester United because he feels he respects the club and he wants to stay and see out his contract. Who cares about your contract? Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb, and this is sort of a rant. I don't want to call it much of a rant because, like I said, I don't want to be so negative this year. But I mean, certain things you've got to talk about. You've got to call out certain things if you're going to really be honest with the situation at Man United. Listen, we are in a situation where Man United has injuries, so many injuries for critical players, injuries to critical players, and players who should be leaving. There are so many clubs interested in Casemiro, by the way. There was a narrative, claiming that no club would want to take Casemiro. There are so many clubs in Saudi, even clubs in Europe that would want to take Casemiro. The guy has refused to leave because of money. So he comes out now, drops a post, and is saying, there's a release, a quote. People are quoting him. He said this in an interview somewhere, that apparently he doesn't want to leave Manchester United because he's happy. His family is happy. He has learned how to speak English and his people have settled in. So he respects the club. He wants to see out his contract. Who cares about his contract? Who of you out there wants to see Casemiro stay out until the summer of 2026? How many of you honestly drop down a comment and let me know you want Casemiro to stay? We're in a situation where we need players. We need guys who can play. We are trapped with players like Casemiro who have got long contracts but are not playing. They are not good enough. They have refused to leave. We are putting the manager under pressure. They can't run. They can't play the way he wants to play. They don't want to leave. So the guy is under pressure every day, having to be quizzed about players who cannot run. He did not sign any of these players. The players who should be leaving to make way, he's earning nearly £350,000 per week. Comfortable, certainly. But he doesn't want to leave, yet he can't play football. You saw what he did. They were running through him like a slope, a slippery slope against Tottenham. So these are the players that Amorim has got to deal with. This is the issue. These are the issues that Ineos have got to deal with because of stupid contracts that were signed by some guys, who are since sacked. Good enough, but the problems are still going on and on and on and on. We are thinking of senior players like Casemiro who would perhaps have some pride to say, I cannot be here as a multiple Champions League winner. I see a young Sekou Kone come and play ahead of me. I'm a top earner. You should be ashamed. For a person who really loves football, you should be saying, I want to play. He's claiming to pretend like he wants to be playing more. If you're not playing more, what have you done about it? Leave the club. Leave the club. If you love the club and respect it, leave so that they make way for younger players who are going to save the club. Will Casemiro be happy earning all that money when Man United is playing in the Championship, when Man United is relegated? Is that what he wants? Is that his view of being, of respecting Manchester United? I feel for me, these are the things that have got to be dealt with. These are very, very big issues, by the way. For me, and you see, it shows you the mentality. You see, if you have players around the club like that, it shows you the mentality they have about the whole Man United project. Perhaps in their heart of hearts, they are laughing at the whole situation, at what's going on with the club, at what Man United is going through under. I beg your pardon. Under Amorim, you feel for the manager. You want to feel for him because what can he do? Let me ask you something. Tell me one manager who can deal with this situation. Tell me one manager who can shine under such circumstances. You've got top earners like him. Rashford don't want to play for you. They are loaned out. They are playing now. They are paid by Man United to play for Aston Villa. You're left with players who are earning peanuts, perhaps not as motivated and experienced as the so-called Casemiros, who can't run, who can't clearly. There is no more football left in them. They don't want to go, but people are demanding for results. What do you do if you're Ruben Amorim? What do you do? This is how players fail managers, guys. This is how players fail managers. This is exactly how they fail. They come on the pitch and pretend because Amorim will certainly be left with no option because he's the only one available. He has to put him there, and then team is beaten, people attack Amorim again. No one is going to attack Casemiro. I think there needs to be a new rule where clubs can terminate contracts of players if they're not performing, or start signing players on performance-based contracts. But these things of signing long-term contracts, I know the mistakes were made. Probably a more sane recruitment team wouldn't have recruited Casemiro on such a crazy contract. But look where we are. Where is the love for the club? Where is the love for the badge? These are players who do not love the badge at all. They even don't love football at all. If you love football, you can't be Casemiro rotting on the bench, earning so much money like that. You should be fighting to be on the pitch. You should be going where you're going to be playing because you want to be on the pitch playing football. What attitude is this? So he's blocking kids like Sekou Koni now. He's blocking transfers of players who can come and be competitive again. What do we do? What do we do? These are the problems that Ineos has got to endure. These are the problems that Amorim has got to face every day. These are the players. It speaks volumes about their attitude, the culture, and the lack of it. There is everything wrong for me to see in a senior player like Casemiro. And by the way, I at some point I was sort of convinced that Casemiro was going to leave, but I think he got a bit mad about how Man United fans turned their back on him when it started all going bad for him. When he started playing so poorly last season, you recall, when it all started crumbling down on for him. But he's a senior player. He knows fans are about performances. If he plays well, people will credit him. If he plays bad, people will attack him. It's about performances. But you're old. The system of Amorim, the system that Ineos wants to play, can never be managed by Casemiro. He can never manage that system. So what then do we do? What then do we do? We are almost relegated with players like Casemiro earning £350,000 per week. What on earth is that? What's going on? What's going on? This is the mess that's going on at the club. Guys, this is serious. It's unacceptable. If it means, I see people revolting against Ineos, against the Glazers, against Amorim, against the managers. When are people going to pick up their whatever placards or whatever and revolt against individual players? It's good I had fans singing, you're nothing special, you're not good at, you lose every day, you're nothing special, you lose every day, every week, you lose every week. You heard that song? They were singing at the players. Let people now start rioting and forcing these players to leave. They can't be there and earning your money. They can't be there and contributing to you. You're paying them to contribute to your depression. Force them to leave. Instead of shouting, Ineos out, Ineos is never going to leave. They're also trying to solve a problem. They're also trying to get solutions. They are not easy. First, these players like Casemiro should be the first we raise banners up, calling them to leave our club, go, find them on the street, make Old Trafford unbearable for them, make Carrington unbearable for them. Because if this is what they're doing, when the club is almost being relegated, we've got to turn against them. They have no heart for the club at all. They don't. They're just money makers, but they're not performing. The reason Casemiro was paid that amount of money is because of his first season, the kind of football we saw in his first season. He's not playing football like that anymore. He should leave. If he doesn't do it peacefully, he should be forced out by fans chanting and attacking him until he feels it's unbearable for him. What more can I say, honestly? What more? If it gets to that, I mean, players cannot be protected forever. Yet we clearly all see players are the problem at Man United. Come on. Sickening stuff.